Ever hit send on an email and wondered how it magically travels across the internet? It seems instant, but there is a powerful protocol working behind the scenes. Today we are diving into SMTP, the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. By the end, you will understand exactly what SMTP is, why it is crucial for email, and how it works. So what is SMTP? As the name suggests, it is a simple mail transfer protocol. A great way to understand SMTP is to think of the traditional postal service. You write your email like writing a letter. You hit send in your email client. That is like putting the letter in the mailbox. Your email client talks to an SMTP server. Think of this as the local post office picking up your letter. This SMTP server then uses the protocol to figure out where the recipient's email server is and sends the email across the internet. Finally, the recipient's email server receives the message, like the letter arriving at the destination post office. The key thing to remember here is that SMTP is primarily used for sending email from your client to your server and from your server to the recipient server. Okay, let us peek under the hood a little. How does this digital conversation happen? It is a client-server interaction. Your email client, the mail user agent, or MUA, needs to send the email. It connects to your configured SMTP server, the mail transfer agent, or MT. This connection typically happens over the internet using TCP/IP on a specific port. Traditionally, SMTP used port 25. But for sending email securely today, you will almost always use port 587 or sometimes port 465. Once connected, your client and the server have a conversation using specific SMTP commands. Client says, "Hello, I want to talk SMTP." Server replies 250 OK, OK, proceed. Client says mail from this email is from. Server replies 250 OK, got it. Client says RCPT to this email is for. Server replies 250 OK, understood. Client sends the email headers and body. Client sends a single dot signifying the end. Server replies 250 OK, message accepted, I have got the email. Client says quit, I am done, goodbye. Server replies 221 bye, goodbye, closing connection. Now a super important distinction. SMTP is for sending. What about when you receive or check your email? That is where different protocols come in, like POP3 or IMAP. Think of it this way: SMTP pushes the email out. POP3 and IMAP pull the email down to your client so you can read it. So let us quickly recap the key points about SMTP. Stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Its purpose is the standard internet protocol for sending email. The analogy is that it acts like the digital postal service for outgoing mail. How does it work? It uses a client-server model with specific commands over TCP/IP. It commonly uses port 587 or 465 for secure client submission. Port 25 is often for server-to-server communication. Remember, it is not for receiving. Receiving email is handled by POP3 or IMAP. And that is the essence of SMTP. It is a fundamental protocol that makes our everyday email communication possible, simple, yet incredibly effective.